Hello, I'm Perk Carrier here in San Patricio, Texas, and I just want to visit with you a little bit about Ken Bailey and my relationship with him and how I've known him over the years. You know, Ken's my cousin. I've known him pretty much all my life, and we grew up in South Texas together from the early years, and very close, I would say, through high school. And it was during those high school years that my dad had a Bible study class down there in the church, and he was teaching on the end times and the rapture. My dad always had a passion for the Bible and seeking truth and always looking in that, and especially the end times and the book of Revelations and the other books and that talk about Jesus Christ's second coming. And so it was during that time that I know Ken really developed a passion for the second coming and the end times. You know, you never know how what you're teaching and what you're saying and how you're living your life is going to inspire somebody. But Ken shares that it was during this time that he really developed a passion for the nation Israel and for the end times and the second coming. And so I know that during his lifetime he studied that in great detail. And you know, the thing about Ken is he just hasn't studied it. He's grown spiritually, and he's come to a place in his life, and he's been at a place in his life for years where he really seeks God and what God wants him to do, and then he steps out and do it. He shared about how God has worked in his life and how he's been tested to step out when things really didn't make a lot of sense. And to be honest, I probably wouldn't have done it, but Ken did. And you know, that just goes with what Jesus said about in John 8:12. Jesus said that he was the light of the world, and those who are of the light are not in darkness. And Ken certainly is in the light and speaks in the light and speaks truth. And I know this just through his life and through his ministries. He leads Alms International, and he leads Ken Bailey's ministries, and you can check those out. And Alms International supports ministries in other parts of the world, and I know they have a big support for the nation Israel and Holocaust victims. And he goes to Israel, he goes to Africa, and he's been all over the world proclaiming Christ and spreading that truth. And I can tell you, it's as God leads him, he steps out. And he's been in some very uncomfortable positions and had to make some difficult choices, but he's always done it. And so what I'd like to do is just encourage you to pray for Ken and his ministries. You know, we're living kind of in the dark times and the end times, and the light shines. And when there's light, there's no darkness. So I know Ken is going to continue speaking the truth, and I know God has great plans for him to step out and share things that probably aren't going to be easy for the common person to receive. But it's truth, and it's important that the word gets out, and I know Ken's going to be doing that. So I encourage you to pray for him and be bold, because I know Satan's going to attack him and do everything he can to stop that, but we know that Satan's already defeated. The other thing I'd like you to do is consider and prayerfully consider supporting Kenny financially, however that might be. And if you feel impressed, no doubt you need to do it and help make a difference in these last days that we're living in. Appreciate your time. Thank you.